try!
Ferocious sort of contest there at the end when they was. What did it look like from the sidelines when the boys had to really dig deep in that 10 minutes?
I mean, sort of brings back fond memories of our defence effort against them in the World Cup, really. We knew our defence system was something we could rely on, so it's great to see it put to good use out there, especially in the dying minutes, because we sort of did some homework about Wales finishing off strong, particularly in the last 20, so guys were definitely up for the challenge, and unfortunately we let that last try in. But in saying that, I think it's fair to say that even a man down, we sort of stuck to our processes and really got the job done.
Is next week against England been circled on the calendar for you?
Nah, not really. I mean, I sort of take it game by game, really. I was just chuffed that the consistency from Japan's game came into tonight's game. So obviously we'll be doing the homework next week, but apart from that, I'm just going to enjoy the victory today, because again, we sort of had to put ourselves in different circumstances, and I think we prevailed.
Might be a chance for you to go up against some of your future teammates as well.
Yeah, no, it should be good. I mean, definitely be a lot of banter there, but in saying that, looking forward to the challenge. And so it's also probably a good sort of perspective of what it's like being over here. So I mean, yeah, just sort of chuffed that I've sort of found some progression for my rugby as well. But in saying that, it'll be a good test coming next week. I think we got some unfinished business against them.
Are you relieved to have the future sorted out?
Yes and no. I think yes, definitely in terms of still able to contribute to my own progression. Sort of selfish in that way, but in saying that, I'll definitely miss home. But I guess it's the way the cookie crumbles. But I have no doubt that the future of Super Rugby in the hooking department is well covered. I mean, I'm really excited to watch from afar the likes of Jordan, Alex Murphy, Andrew Reddy, Tolu. Obviously, Steve and I have sort of held that reign for a bit, but for the sake of the growth of our game, I think it's definitely a positive to watch them from afar.
How tough was that decision? What got this decision over the line, do you think?
Oh, I mean, obviously everyone's worried about their future, but in saying that, personally, I still feel like I've got a lot of room to improve on. So, in saying that, I thought, why not come and challenge it in a different environment? The move to the Force was great. It's such a shame that couldn't stay there longer, but I guess the next challenge is to come test it up in the Northern Hemisphere, where it might be a bit slow from what I hear from a couple of friends, but I guess you never know until you experience it.
How late in the piece did Leicester come into calculations? Was it any of our
pretty much
vacancy story tell?
Pretty much when we had that chat, really. But at the same time, I wasn't really focused on trying to secure that. I was more focused on trying to finish our business of getting 4 from 4 on the spring tour.
Did you speak to Matt Tamura at all before you
No, not really. But now that I've signed, it's good that he's been in touch, as well as a few other guys from Leicester, which is great. I guess I've got to try and jumble getting a lot of stuff here, but also focusing on the primary objective, which is the tests. So, in saying that, it shouldn't be too hard. I guess it's more so if the winds come, then hopefully they'll give me some time off. But
when you join up, are you going home after the tour and coming back, or do you stay here?
No, I'll continue on. So, yeah, straight from Test rugby into the Premiership.
You'll be the only Wallaby to be playing overseas and then be able to come back because of the 60 Test laws, changes to that. That World Cup's still very much in your frame, and I know that Checkers has he expressed to you that he'll get picking you?
To be honest, like it's more so I've got to take it game from game because I'm a bit like Steve, really. Like, it's definitely starting to take a toll on this body. But in saying that, like, if I keep performing, then most definitely. In saying that, I guess at the end of the day, what is prominent is just trying to make sure that I continue my form from the Test series into the English Premiership. So, I mean, hopefully he does give me that call. But in saying that, I guess more so I've got to adapt to going from southern to northern as quick as possible. So, and hopefully continue that development with Leicester, because doing a bit of homework on them. I mean, such a club that you want to be a part of in terms of their history, but also why they play the game. Had a few chats to a few of the guys, and it's really positive for me to come over to a club where all they want to do is get some silverware, but also create history for themselves.
You've come over here with a lot of Australian sides where forward packs have some have been beaten up by England, or the pack hasn't been rated that highly. You see tonight, he's got Lock scoring tries. He's got another good, really precise line-out drive try. What regard do you have for what this pack's capable of doing in standing up to the Northern Hemisphere?
Well, I mean, looking at the Rugby Championship, how that panned out, I guess the momentum from there is definitely continuing. So hopefully, well, not really hopefully, more so once we do the homework off the field, it's also transferring that onto the training paddock. It'll be easier especially for the new recruits who have stepped up into this series. I mean, Matt Phillip, Blake Enova, I mean, two young locks that you should keep an eye on, because at the end of the day, they'll be the future of the forward pack, because the adaptation to coming into the system is unbelievable, and they're the type of characters that you want within this squad.
Do you think English packs generally think they can beat the Australian pack? Is that what always they can beat?
There is, but I mean, to be honest, we don't really sort of take that into consideration, because at the end of the day, we've got our own standards to uphold. So the more we can uphold those standards, the easier for us to measure what's required in order to represent the gold jersey.
You talked about some unfinished business in England. Do you care to elaborate a little bit more?
Oh, I mean, obviously last year we didn't get the results that we were after. So, in saying that, I think it's more so having to go from there and hopefully put the front foot dominance in, instead of receiving it. So, yeah, I think more or less just having to put history in the past and making sure we just continue the form that we're on.